For math this week, we learned linear equivalence and the different motions we have. We did this for centimeter, like I'm a centipede and these are all of my feet. For an inch, we held our fingers about an inch apart. For foot, we stomped 1 foot. For mile, showed how long a mile is, although it's much longer than this. For kilometer, I explained that kilometer is the K in 5K or 10K, so we were runners, like we were running in a 5K. So our song goes like this. 2.54 centimeters, 2.54 centimeters, 2.54 centimeters equals 1 inch. 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches equals 1 foot. 5,280 feet, 5,280 feet, 5,280 feet equals 1 mile. 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer equals 5/8 of a mile. For English this week, we are learning a new song that's going to last us a couple weeks, and we're going to memorize all the helping verbs. So the first part of the song goes like this. A helping verb helps another verb assert action, being, or existence. Helping verbs make lots of sense. Our Latin is the same as last week, the noun cases. For science, this one's really fun. We're learning about what are the 3 kinds of rocks. Our song is We Will Rock You. What are 3 kinds of rock? Sedimentary, metamorphic, and igneous. These are 3 kinds of rock. For timeline, our first thing is Columbus sailed to the Caribbean. We've done this line before. It's the bottom of a boat with a sail. We're starting a new age of absolute monarchs. We're going to put on a crown. For Protestant Reformation, we're going to do the sign for change, making R's with our fingers. So make 2 R's, and then we put our wrists together, and you turn it like this, keeping your wrists together the whole time. So the Protestant Reformation, Spanish conquistadors in the Americas. The conquistadors were volunteers that some were soldiers, some were explorers. Calvin's Institutes of the Christian Religion. We're going to take our beliefs, hold them tight, the sign for believe, and then the sign for Jesus, Christian religion. The Council of Trent is the Catholic Church's response to the Protestant Reformation, where they looked in their own church and in their own hearts to see what needed to maybe be reformed or changed. So we're going to do the same sign for Reformation, reform, twist our wrists, but then we're going to say within, because they were reforming within the Catholic Church. For Baroque period of the arts, we're going to show lots of decorations because that was a time where everything was ornate and everything was detailed and everything was beautiful. For history this week, we are asked, tell me about trade in Africa. And our sentence goes like this. In 700, Ghana, sign language G, Ghana was known as the land of gold. We do this sign a lot. The Mali nation, sign language M, took control of the gold trade in 1240 and established Timbuktu, letter T, number 2, as a center of trade, culture, and learning. By the mid-1400s, the wealthy and the powerful Songhai Empire controlled trade in Western Africa. For Africa, we're going to trace the outline of the continent so it kind of gets bigger and then it comes down to a point at the bottom.
In 700, Ghana was known as the land of gold. The Mali nation took control of the gold trade in 1240 and established Timbuktu as the center of trade, culture, and learning. By the mid-1400s, the wealthy and powerful Songhai Empire trade in Western Africa.
For geography this week, we are learning ancient Africa, and the tune to our song is the Dora the Explorer theme song. It's a little tricky, but I think you can get it. Oh, Western Africa, find ancient Ghana, it's round. Ancient Mali too, from the coast it makes a U. Ivory Coast now, southern coast, Western Sahara, stepping north, Fez and Tangier. Hey, hey, Tangier, touching, Tangier, touching, Strait of Gibraltar, close to Spain. Just a little bonus thing that we talked about today was super fun. We saw that the Ivory Coast looks like a piece of toast. The Ivory Coast looks like a piece of toast.